What's up, guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Volt White Nuzlocke. Last time we made it to Nacrene City, and I'm actually gonna take a little moment and chew it over with some healing items because I haven't bought any of these in a long time, and we're gonna have a tough time ahead of us. That's for sure, as we're taking on Lenora's gym, a gym that is normally really tough, at least for myself in the original Black and White games. So I cannot wait to see what she's gonna have to offer in these games. That's sarcasm in my voice, in case you couldn't tell, because I am really bad at sarcasm sometimes. I don't know. I guess my voice doesn't really work with it. I mean, you could be really obvious and be like, oh boy, we're gonna have so much fun in Lenora's gym today, which I guess I could have done that, but anyway, before we actually take it on, well, let's just head in there because I know there's a little event here before we even unlock the gym itself. But we're going to do some training back over in Pinwheel Forest, where last time we actually caught our newest team member, Destino. And you can see him over in the sidebar. He's going to get some levels today. Wow, whenever I look at this skeleton, I am fascinated. It's Mandark, also known as me. My voice apparently sounds like Mandark according to Sully, but I guess that's up to your own interpretation. Let's try it here. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! I'm Hawes, the assistant director. Since you were kind enough to visit, I'll give you a tour of the museum. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! This skeleton is a dragon type. Alright, that's enough of that. This is Dragonite. He's great. He became a fossil. That's awesome. I love museums. Actually, they should make like a real life Pokemon museum. I don't think there'd be that many things to show off, you know, considering Pokemon aren't real, that you can believe. I'll leave that up to your own beliefs. I don't know if some people out there, you know, they still have their hopes and their fingers crossed, like last episode when we were gonna catch Destino. Thank you guys for that. We actually managed to catch him, and a lot of you let me know in the comments that you did cross your fingers, so I want to thank each and every one of you personally. Thank you so much for crossing your fingers. And now the Pokemon gym is just beyond here. A very strong and kind gym leader is waiting. By the way, that's my wife, Lenora. She's great. Reminds me of Aunt Jemima. Just a little bit. I think that's what I called her in my original playthrough. So that's what we're going to go with here. She's going to be our good old Aunt Lenora. But we're not going to take her on just yet. Instead, let's check out this Armaldo fossil. Yeah, they don't even want to tell you what Pokemon it is, but you can see it. It's Armaldo, and this thing, of course, we've played through these games before. We know what is up with this. We could literally take this right now and just smash it, and then the entire story of this game would be ruined. Or, you know, we could put on Ukabuka here from Crash Bandicoot, or take Mandabuzz's bones. All of those could work. Who knows? I think all of those would definitely thwart the plot of this game. Anyway, we're not heading into the gym just yet. As I said, we're gonna go do some training over in the Pinwheel Forest, which apparently is also the same area over here. A lot of you guys let me know that, which means that we can't catch something in here. Either way, Team Plasma is standing in our way, so it's not like we could catch anything anyway. But, you know, if we were able to actually find a patch of grass over in that area, we couldn't catch anything because apparently they're the same area. This little outside bit and inside the actual forest are both considered Pinwheel Forest, so Destino is our Pokemon for this area, which means we're not going to be able to catch anything else before this gym. But like I said, either way, we couldn't catch anything because it's sealed off over there. Actually, Randy has acrobatics. I keep forgetting that. Anyway, I'm going to switch up Destino to the first position of the party here because I want him to actually leech off a little bit of experience. Unfortunately, he's level 15, and off of some research, I noticed that we could have caught a way higher level any Pokemon here. There's a lot of fighting types. I'm pretty sure they did that because they know Lenora's gym is coming up, and that is, of course, a fighting type gym. So they're like, yo, you need some fighting type. Oh my god. So, I guess he's got acrobatics as well. I don't want to risk a speed high here. I was a little bit too close for comfort there, wasn't it, pal? Alright, let's crunch the opposition. That was a little close, wasn't it? Huh. Thankfully, the last one is Pansear, so we can at least go to Randy on that and take it out pretty easily. I don't know about B-Jobs here. I don't know who to be doing a lot of training on. Ideally, you know, I want Destino to get some levels and maybe learn a good fighting move, because right now all he's got is low kick, and I don't know about Lenora's Pokemon being exactly super heavy, so I'm gonna go ahead and exploit this little nurse here. You know what I was thinking? A lot of people put rules on their Nuzlocke about healing, but what about these people? Like, do these count? Can't you just like find loopholes? So that's why I don't like to limit healing, because you know, you could literally just, there's so many like loopholes to it, I feel, that you could exploit. Though I guess that is up to each person to say, hey, you know, if you're using loopholes, you're technically cheating because you set your own rules. So I don't know, I'd just rather not have healing rules, especially in these types of games, because they are already pretty dang hard. And yeah, I don't want to make it harder on myself. Like this Dragonrola, he's a pretty hard guy. He hits you with his head butt, which is pretty much just throwing his whole body at you, because his body is pretty much just the head. So, are you kidding me? The Mud Slap accuracy lowering, not helping out right now. There we go. Finally take it out. Destino gonna get his first level up here, and already learning Rock Throw, which is nice, but not a fighting move. Because low kick, you know, does more damage to heavier targets. I don't know, nothing nowadays is going to be too heavy, or around this early areas of the game, I guess. I don't think there's going to be very big Pokemon, but I guess they might be heavy though, because Aron is a giant hunk of metal, and he's going to avoid that low kick, of course, because we've been Mud Slapped 3 times now. It's really great. Alright, Destino, it's not your Destino to take out this Aron, so we're going to go back to my boy Randy. We're going to scald him away. I like to think of Scald, like, instead of doing what it actually says it does, you know, like it shoots water, boiling water at the Pokemon. I like to think of it like he's actually just, like, scalding him, like, you know, like, telling him he's a bad person, like, hey, you can't be doing that, Aaron, you can't just be, oh, God, they all have sturdy. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I thought for a second that magnitude would do a lot more damage, but guess not, but... You know what I mean? Like when I've heard that word before, you're scalding your kids, like, you can't be doing that, Jimmy. It's not good for you. You might get burned with the flame charge TM. That's what I like to think of it about. Like Randy's just snapping his finger about going, hey, Geodude, you can't be that sturdy, man. You just, no. You can't do that. I don't know why I, like, turned into, what is it? I was watching, District 9 the other day. I don't know where it took place. It's somewhere in Africa, and they'll have that accent, you know. I guess it's Nigeria, was it? It was either Nigeria or something, South Africa. I'm pretty sure it was Nigeria, but they have that. I turned into that accent for a second. No, this is District 9. It is my district. No prawn will take me. I will eat their chicken wing. That turned into something else there, though. But here's a Spinnerack. How about we switch up the subject with him and spin a web of death? I was about to say pain, but then it switched to death halfway, so it became Dane. And I don't know if Dane's a word. I know he's a comedian, Dane Cook. Is he relevant anymore, though? I don't know. Charmander's relevant, though, and we're going to take him out with Randy. I keep forgetting to switch in and out, though, so I should probably put Destino in the first position of the party, just so that he'll always be up first, so that he can get more EXP. I didn't look up, though, when he learns better moves, so that might be a problem, because I don't even know if he will learn any better fighting moves. I could try to just catch him up, you know, to around the same as our rest of our party, but that would mean getting up to 25 now, because Randy is somehow getting all the EXP here. He is getting some crazy levels right now, Randy. You're going ham on those levels. Alright, so let's get my boy, the new one, Chippendale. Didn't we have we had a Timber named Chippendale in Pokemon Glazed. Maybe I should have gone with that nickname. So here we have Dark Grass, which means double battles galore. Hello, Snubble and Doduo. I need to run the heck out of here. If we actually don't get to run away on the first try, this will not be good. Okay, cool. We actually got to run away. And that will give us a super potion, even though we just bought 10 of them. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I was just thinking, you know, we'll probably run into some more double grass again. Would have been actually pretty cool to run into this kind of stuff. Oh god, here we go. Here we go. This is the pain I was worrying about. And of course he's gonna roll us out. I might have to switch out if we don't run away. Oh my gosh, really? Really, brother? You're gonna do this to me? Okay. Oh my goodness. How did that do so much? I don't know. But we're gonna have to swap out to Randy here, just in case we don't get to run. I'm just gonna kill these guys, because I don't know, man. It's a little scary right now. Things are getting kind of tense. Can we kill the double trouble duo of death and destruction? I don't know, but hopefully we can just run away. Thank you. Thank you so much. Actually got to run away there. But yeah, that is pretty scary. Double Battle Grass, I do not like it, especially in Nuzlocke, because a lot of times if your Pokemon are low leveled and you're trying to leech off experience like I am, you know, it kind of sucks. Because they can die out of nowhere like that. If one more rollout would have hit Destino there and we wouldn't have been able to get away, he would have been dead. But then again, here's Burmy, which I want to say that Destino can take out because, come on, it's Burmy, but now he's half HP, so, or less, almost dead HP actually, not even half, so, you know what I'm saying. He is gonna string shot though, so I guess we would have been okay, but the next turn, you never know, man. Burmy Explosion, let's go. That's my new, that's gonna be my new, I was gonna say like new channel, Burmy Explosion. I don't know why it sounds like a YouTube channel someone would create, Burmy Explosion, but maybe not. I'm gonna scald this Torchic though before it gets off his speed boosting shenanigans. That's right, I know you have it, Torchic. No, you do, because in this game everybody has their hidden abilities. So a little speed boost Torchic, you know, might be a little scary. I think someone actually used that. I can't remember what video, or if it was a video or someone on like Pokemon Showdown used it against me once. Pretty sure it was a video though, but I really can't remember what it was. But I'm sure it's somewhere out there. You can look it up on the YouTube. But anyway, who did I just put up first? I already have no, I don't know what I just did. I was trying to super potion up, what's his face? Gosh, I totally just lost what I was saying. So let's just super potion up Destino, put him back in the first position of the party, and take on these two little trainers here. They seem to be doing some weird exercises, maybe some nice cardio going on. Hey, what's up with you, girl? I want to know what you're doing. I test the challenge rock with my fist every day. It is important to make steady progress, little by little. I don't know what she's talking about. I guess they all punch that rock. And this is Battle Girl Lee. Wasn't there a girl named Lee in Avatar? I've recently been watching Korra because I never saw the second season, so I've been trying to catch up since the new one was just announced, the third season, so I'm trying to catch up on that. And I just remember there's Ty Lee in Avatar, so that's kind of cool. She actually kind of looks like her. And by that I mean she looks nothing like her except for the fact that they both fight, I guess, which is enough in common, you know, to go have a nice coffee and talk about life with someone. You know, if you have one thing in common, that is enough to get a conversation started with someone. That's my rules on things, and that's how I've been looking at life recently when you want to meet someone new, you know? You got that one thing in common, that's something already to talk about. You can just come up with more later on. Please, God, if that was a critical hit, I would have, well, I wouldn't have killed myself, but Randy would have died, which is pretty much already death for myself as well. And I'm going to heal up here because I don't want to risk anything. So, Randy, let's go with that super potion. Faint attack. Yeah, it didn't even do enough damage to kill us, even if we hadn't healed, I mean. But we are poisoned now, which is not good under any circumstances. You don't want to be poisoned. That's just not a good thing. But Tyrogue is next, so at least we get to swap out. I'm actually going to go for Nuzleaf. I really, really hope that we don't... Actually, we could go for B-Jobs. I've been not wanting to swap to either one of the other two because there's a lot of fighting types in this route. And, you know, if we swap out to Nuzleaf, he's half dark type, so he could die at any moment. And I don't want him to die, so... let me have a little snack there, and we can swap out to V-Jobs, though. He's not half flying type, but at least he doesn't take as much damage, or super effective damage, I should say, from those fighting moves. So, here is the challenge rock. Would you like to have Destino smash the rock? Yes! That was his destiny, was to give us this star piece. I think that's the only hidden item here, if I remember correctly, because in my black and white playthrough, I was like, yeah, there should be more items around here. There's a lot of rocks where there could be items, but I don't think there ever were, so I'm just going to assume that there's no more items in this area, except for this guy. Though he's not really an item, he's a trainer, so he trained all day like a madman, and my Pokemon trained even more. Well, I've been doing a little bit of training myself, and I think we're ready to take him on. Not with Destino, though, because he's still level 18. I guess we're even now in levels, but even Steven doesn't do enough of a good job. Well, I guess it's a pretty good show, or it was, I guess. Aren't they making a sequel to that? No, that's the other show, not even Steven's. It's, Boy Meets World. They're making a Girl Meets World. I don't know if it's already out. I don't have cable. Actually, I do have cable now, which is cool, because I haven't really had cable ever, and now I have cable, so... That's cool, isn't it? Having cable, I can actually watch things. I'm actually going to predict the Psychic move here, though. Let's see if we were right. Nope, he's going to Detect. That's cool with me. Now, I can Foul Play you, because that will actually be neutral, but he's going to Detect again, detecting my every move, and now you're not even dead. Cool. The Hidden Power. Uh-oh. Oh, man, that damage from Hidden Power, that was scary. But yeah, they're making a sequel. I haven't watched TV in a long time, so I might actually start doing that again now that I have cable, because like I said, honestly, I don't think I've had cable since I lived in, like, Puerto Rico, which was almost 3 years ago now. It's kind of crazy to think that almost 3 years ago was when I lived in Puerto Rico. For those of you that have been around my channel for a long time, you've experienced me move about 3 times, maybe 4, which is why a lot of people, I think, in the comments a lot of times say, man, all MunchingOrange talks about is being sick and moving, because those 2 things happen a lot in my life. I don't actually get sick that often. I'm just nasally a lot of times when I record, because I don't know, honestly. I didn't get nasally all day yesterday, and Mold Breaker Sock. That's a little bit scary. I'm just gonna go for Poison Tail. Let's hope he doesn't have a rock move. Okay, never mind. We get a critical hit, so I guess that doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't feel sick at all, like just in my normal day life here, walking around and going about the town. But then when I start recording, I don't know why I get like nasally after a little bit. Maybe that's just a side effect of talking for a long time. I don't know, honestly. I'll have to look that up, though. I like looking up little symptoms and things, like, or I guess they're not symptoms, but the way things are, why they are that way. So I guess just literally the scientific method, you know? You gotta ask yourself why. The most important question in life. Metronome, don't do that. What? I don't know what you were going for there, Machop, but that's cool with me. Let's go and head out of Pinwheel Forest and finally go to Lenora's gym, though we've already been here for a while this episode. So I'm not sure if we'll actually be taking on the gym this time, but we could, of course, check out a couple of the trainers and do that kind of like we did with Chili's gym, just to test out the waters, you know, test the waters. Is that how you say it? There's a saying something like that, just chum the waters. No, it's definitely test the waters. Whatever. We're gonna put our little tippy toe, check if the water's warm or if it's cold, and then we'll get a little idea of what we're in for when we face Lenora. The Pokemon gym where a leader waits for a challenger at the back of a museum. It has a great atmosphere, doesn't it? So I will give you this, a fresh water. Cool. One thing about water here, though, since I'm living in the Midwest now, back in Florida, water was terrible. Like shower water, tap water, sink water, all the waters, they were terrible. So you pretty much always have to buy either gallons of water or water bottles. Here, not so much. So fresh water, you can actually just get it by turning on your faucet and drinking out of that, which is a nice change, you know. I wasn't expecting it, I guess, which was cool because I've been used to that my whole life. I lived in Puerto Rico and then Florida. Florida's a lot worse, though. Okay, here's an Apom. I don't know if this will work out because, like I said, not very big Pokemon around here. Apom is quite small, so that low kick, yeah, not doing the most damage. I'm just gonna swap out. I could take it out with Sistino, but, you know, let's just facilitate the process here. The unfortunate thing is, I have 2 fighting moves on my team, and guess what? They're both low kicks, so not that big a deal. I am wondering, though, what our nature power is gonna be in here. Ooh, Tri-Attack! That's interesting. That might be pretty good for Lenora, you know? We get Tri-Attack in here. I think back where we were earlier, well, we got Earthquake somehow earlier, so maybe it could have been that there. But I guess indoors, it's going to be Tri-Attack, so not too bad. Fairy type is not in the game yet. I was about to say, Snubble, you know, you're normally a fairy, but at least in this game, he's not a fairy yet, so we can definitely low kick him away. But he's not really that big. I mean, sure, he might have put on a few pounds, but he doesn't look too big yet. Oh, rattled. Uh-oh. His speed is going to rise, and he's going to charm us, too. That's not good. I don't even know what the rattled ability is. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But even with that lower or speed boost, I guess it is kind of like speed boost, but I guess it probably triggers off of being hit. He's still not going to be faster than us, so yeah, Destino, let's get back out here. But what I was saying was, we're testing out for Lenora, and we have 2 low kicks, which is not good, unless she's got big Pokemon. Man, what is going on with that, for real? My nose, I mean. It gets really weird, as I was just saying. But Minchino now, one of my favorite Pokemon. You guys know that, I'm sure. and he's gonna slap us. I think this one might have skill link, so we're gonna get slapped 5 times in here. Oh gosh. Minchino, why are you so angry at us, man? Have some mercy, Poncho. Jeez. Gonna go down though. Should be no problem. So yeah, I'm still hoping that Destino will maybe learn a better fighting type move if he gets a level up here, and he's still not gonna get it. But Licky Tongue, that's pretty big. That low kick should do a lot of damage to him. Let's see if it does. Cloud 9. Uh-oh. The weather effects disappear. Good thing there weren't any weather effects anyway, so your ability is useless, pal. Alright. We're actually going to get wrapped up in Licky Tongue's tongue. That does not sound pleasant, but we're going to kick it away. Getting kicked in the tongue, that doesn't sound very pleasant either. Just having a foot in anywhere near my tongue or mouth area doesn't sound very pleasant. Alright, let's check out how our Pokemon are doing as far as health goes. Flax is the only one that really took any damage there, so okay. The puzzle of this gym is a little bit confusing. I sometimes forget how it works. I would much rather just memorize all the books and where you have to go. But I'm pretty sure it is this one for the first one. Nice to meet you, Pokemon. It is a fairy tale about a little boy who met a Pokemon for the first time in his life. He is with a small brown Pokemon. Whoa, there's a memo between the pages. Hey, it's me, Aunt Jemima. I hid 4 memos in this library. Each of them has a question. Can you solve the questions and come and find me? Now, this is the first question. What is the first Pokemon you want in this gym? No, you met in this gym. The hint is on a bookshelf in the middle row. Alright, so middle row, there's only 2 bookshelves. One of them has a girl on it, so I guess I'll talk to the girl. Hello, you found a memo. Aha, I'm reading about Tepig. I don't know. I don't think Tepig was the first Pokemon we battled, so I guess it has to be this book. The biology of Patrat, sure. Did we even... Well, in this hack, they changed the Pokemon, so I guess these questions don't even make any sense. So, someone might be reading it. Is it you? Are you reading the book? Flame burns inside its body, and it gives off smoke from its head. I'm reading a book about Tepig. Sure? Oh, no, it comes out from its nostrils. Even though the nostrils are on its head. So, I don't know. That's a little vague there. I feel like that's a trick question. You can't do that, man. This is not Double Jeopardy Friday. It's not even Friday anyway. It's Saturday. Alright, apparently it's a locomotive. Cool, let's battle another trainer. These guys have a lot of Pokemon. It's been a little bit, not irritating, I guess, but it's caught me off guard. They do have a lot of Pokemon compared to what you are usually fighting in regular Pokemon games. And he's gonna imposter Ditto us. Uh-oh! Good thing we've got Randy, and we can actually use acrobatics here. On Satomi's Timber, which is actually a Ditto, which is now actually dead, so I guess it doesn't matter what it is, because it's dead. Goodbye, Ditto. Ditto should, like, re-transform back into Ditto before it dies. Speaking of flinging our items away, acrobatics fling might not be a bad combo. You know, we fling away our item and then acrobatics. But I do like my Torment just in case, for Lenora. I don't know. Usually she likes to work up. I have no idea what her gym is going to be like in this game. So I'm just going to keep my Torment for now. We have Crunch anyway to do some good damage. Plus, Fling doesn't really do that much damage in this game. Wake Up Slap, though. That's good. A nice 60 power fighting moves that wakes up the target. So let's get rid of Leer there. I'm going to keep Focus Energy because you never know when you'll land that nice critical hit to take someone out, like the Smeargle, you know? Could use it on that. So let's go, Destino! Take out that Smeargle with your new Wake Up Slapping powers, just to see how much damage it does. Aeroblast? Aeroblast! He has Aeroblast! Ladies and gentlemen, the Aeroblasting Smeargle! Jesus! Are you, what the okay. We survived. That's the important thing, right? We survived his attack. Alright, my heart just kind of skipped a beat for a second there. I was expecting us to die, but somehow we didn't, so cool. Cool. Porygon, your attack just rose with Sharpened, so we're just going to keep foul playing you, and that's just boosting our foul play, so I don't know what you're thinking right now, pal. Maybe you had some secret strategy there. I don't think so, though, because you just boosted our foul play. I love foul play. It's actually really cool and competitive because you'll be like, yo, you're going to Swords Dance, here comes my foul play. and then they die. So it's a pretty cool move. I like it. Takes the enemy's attack stat instead. I like that they introduced those kinds of moves. I know that there's a way to check what a move does from this menu, but I forgot what key it is. So whatever, we're just gonna use it. Keep hitting us with those weather balls. They're not doing that much damage. I am kind of afraid that it'll crit us though. So our fresh water, we're gonna water Flax here, and there you go. Now he's nice and watered. He's gonna oh god, never mind. So I guess he might have been able to kill us if he actually went for that move instead of weather ball over and over. Now he's dead though, and hopefully that's the last Pokemon, because this episode has gone on long enough. So that is going to be the end. We still have one more trainer in this gym, as well as Lenora herself, but I think we've gotten a pretty good idea of what we're going to be facing, and I mean, it looks kind of hard, but who knows? Who knows, man? Next time on Pokemon Volt White Nuzlocke, we're going to be taking on Gym Leader Aunt Lenora and her normal type Onslaught. I am not looking forward to it, because it's normally pretty hard, but hopefully she's going to be soft. Goodbye.